What is up? Stuck in the middle, I go by Osiris, and this video is a great example of a lack of discipline on my behalf. You may have watched football games and seen a player push someone, and then the flag is always thrown when the guy who got pushed retaliates or tries to defend himself. And I'm getting trolled right now. People are out here trolling you. It's not just politicians, it's not just media talking politics, it's the media in general. And it's at a level that we've never seen before. It's not going to change. This isn't going to stop. What am I talking about now? Tesla. I am obviously a Tesla fan. You probably could call me a fanboy, but I am a fan of Tesla and Elon Musk. So when I see a headline that says from Business Insider, which I do subscribe to, this is an article by Matthew DeBoard, that so when I see an article with the headline, the true disruptor in the auto industry isn't Tesla, it's Fisker. I can't lie. I can't. It's designed to trigger Tesla fans. That's the whole point of make it a headline so absurd as to say the true disruptor in the auto industry isn't Tesla, it's Fisker. That's the only reason that you would ever write a headline that says that is to troll somebody and to trigger them into reading it. Or if someone isn't knowledgeable on the subject, they might know, oh, Tesla's supposed to be good. Oh, somebody else is really the disruptor. Either way, it's the same end. The headline designed to get you. So if you read the article, a better headline for that article would be Fisker failed before, trying it a different way now. But I wouldn't be doing a video with that headline. It probably wouldn't get a quarter of the views that it has already if it didn't have this headline. So I'm going to take the bait. Sometimes you just don't have discipline and you want to respond. It is so absurd. Let me quote the article. I don't know because it's a subscription behind a paywall. I'm not going to post the kind of clip with it. So let me quote the article. Disruption? On its face, perhaps. But Tesla wasn't really doing anything that was widely different from what Ford and General Motors had for over a century, designing and engineering cars that were assembled in factories the car makers owned and operated and sold to the public. Tesla's cars were powered exclusively by electricity, but at a basic level, they weren't a massive departure from the automaking norm. They had four wheels, four doors, and Tesla had to spend at the predictably staggering levels of the global industry to produce them. Really? On its face, Tesla really wasn't doing anything that was wildly different. I'm wrapping my head around trying to get over that paragraph because from a foundation level, Tesla built factories and manufactured cars. Yeah. If you're not looking beyond that, then no one's disrupting anything because all Fisker is planning on doing is designing the car and paying someone else to do the manufacturing. That's not disrupting either. It's the same thing, except you're not doing it yourself, you're paying somebody else. And if you have a home and you ever have to do construction work, or if you any job you have and you have to contract people, is that the best way to always get something done? I'm trying to think what how I'm trying to think the level. I'm trying to think of the Dominique Dawes. I know I'm dating myself. I'm trying to think of the Dominique Dawes level of gymnastics that you would have to do to be able to make a claim that on its face, Tesla didn't do anything wildly different. If Tesla hasn't done anything wildly different, then why haven't the legacy automakers just copied it or squashed them like a cockroach? If they're not doing anything different, it would be really easy to displace them, right? For any of the legacy automakers. See, the funny thing about this article is that exactly the way Tesla is disrupting the auto industry is the exact opposite of the proposal of Fisker. Fisker is proposing that we outsource this thing like making an iPhone. Tesla's like, we have the best engineers, we have the best designers, we have the best experts, we design our own chips. We don't need you. We do it. Now, they do have to outsource the manufacturer, but they design their own chips. They perfect the machine that builds the machine. They're stamp pressing these automobiles with the biggest stamp pressers ever made. And this article is saying they haven't done anything to disrupt? Where's the integrity? So if you break it down as simple as Tesla built factories, everybody else has factories, they produce cars, everybody else produces cars, then you are missing the magic. You're missing what Tesla's doing differently. And not even talking about how beyond cars, Tesla has become a tech company, that they do their own tech in-house, updating through their cars with software, just like they're any other, like a game developer or any other um, iOS manager like Apple, where you get updates to your iOS software over the air and can change the speed of the car, the efficiency. They can change the efficiency of the car. They can change tons of options that way. Not even talking about that. So Tesla not only built factories, they look at the factories as the product more than the car is. Because if you get the factories the way you want them, the cars will come out. So Elon Musk, in an Inside EVs article, mentioned Tesla is absurdly vertically integrated compared to other auto companies or basically almost any company. We have a massive amount of internal manufacturing technology that we built ourselves. It's like, okay, what are the things we want to make? Design a machine that will make that thing, then we make the machine. This makes it quite difficult to copy Tesla because you can't do catalog engineering. You can't just say, I'll pick up the supplier catalog, I'll get one of those. When it comes to what Tesla does, there is no catalog. Look at it. So we made the machine that made the machine that made the machine. We're just making a crazy amount of machinery internally. What they're doing is customized. Legacy automakers already outsource a lot of what they do. That's not some magical disruption to the industry. Not to mention, Fisker hasn't even proven that model to work yet. It's possible that that model could work and it doesn't disrupt anything. It's just okay. Or it's possible that it fails, as Fisker has failed in the past. See, I feel like this is an important topic to talk about because it covers this lack of trust that we should have in the media. It's blatant. It's just blatant disregard for journalistic integrity. I don't know what the motive is behind this, but it's really, really bad writing. It's bad article, bad information. And like never before, we can get information from so many different sources. You can't fool us anymore. Then on top of that, Tesla and Fisker, if Fisker, there's a possibility Fisker is successful, they disrupt everyone and they become the king of the hill. Electronic vehicles are the future, and I want to talk about them on this channel because we still don't have mass adoption. I mean, when you look at the percentage of electric vehicles sold over the world, throughout the world, it's actually not that much. This is the future. So if you are curious about electric vehicles, even if you're not, at least you might be hearing, even for a couple minutes, someone talking about this stuff, and you might see it. You might see a Tesla drive by and like, oh, that's a Tesla. See, Henrik Fisker and Elon Musk have history, and for and I really hope the writer of the article knows that, and somebody did. Whoever wrote the headline, I think, does, because that makes it even more triggerish. It's just even worse. So back in the day, Henrik Fisker is an amazing car designer. He is his designs have been historic. He has been an amazing designer with Aston Martin and BMW. He designed some really, really nice looking cars. The Fisker is a beautiful looking car. Um, it kind of reminds me of the Model S, the first Model S, a little bit. So, but here's the funny part: Tesla hired Henrik Fisker because he was known for his beautiful model cars.
Born Henrik Fisker started his career at BMW in 1989, where he designed the retro-inspired BMW Z8. This reimagined roadster was praised for its sleek, timeless design, and it remains a darling among drivers and collectors alike. Riding his success at BMW, Fisker joined Ford as the design director for Aston Martin in 2001. It was there that he created the designs for the iconic Aston Martin DB9 and the best-selling Aston Martin of all time, the V8 Vantage. So, the guy knows a thing or two about making badass looking cars.
In 2007, Elon Musk paid, and Tesla paid Fisker over $800,000 to be a designer to design the Model S. They were working on that, and Elon Musk learned some tough lessons in this business. Like, he got well. Here's what was alleged: that so Elon gave access to Henrik Fisker a lot of the trade secrets of the Roadster, the things they were working on, the designs, business plan, and Elon Musk said, "This guy, we know this guy can design. He's designed some of the best cars. These are not accidents. Beautiful curves, beautiful looking cars." And the stuff he gave us was just hot garbage. It was trash. So they're like, what's going on? This not even doesn't even sound right. Doesn't even look right. Then only months later, after Tesla hired him to work on the Model S, he broke away and started Fisker officially. Elon was heated. They sued him for $40 million. They couldn't prove it, but it didn't look good from Fisker's standpoint, because he didn't do anything with electric vehicles until he had joined Tesla. And he was a designer, not a CEO. He didn't even know how to, well, he hadn't proven that he could run a company. Then he ran Fisker. He went into the hybrid model because they couldn't get the batteries to run the car fully. So he went hybrid. He got a huge loan from the government and had to go bankrupt. It didn't work out. A Chinese company had to buy they had to buy Fisker. They had to hire people to figure out what the hell was wrong with the car, because the cars were catching on fire, had all kinds of leakage issues, and they were just junk. Beautiful cars on the outside, terrible on the inside. So the Chinese company fixed it up, and then they started selling them. But Hendrik Fisker and a lot of this electric vehicle industry is hot garbage. It's a sleazy game. Hendrik Fisker in 2018 was talking about solid state batteries and and then 2020 he said he's going to do it again, and we're not even close to it. So the stuff that they're promising as a disruptor, we're not even close to. Outsourcing, that is your big disruption. It's a different approach. I, I don't see how that disrupts anything. There's always a cost. So what do you think if 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 the traditional model is to build a factory and manufacture the car, if you've got to pay someone else to do it, how is that going to work? There's always a cost. So we'll see if it works out. I I hope it does. The more competition, the better. The thing I want to end on though is I if our government was worth a damn, I would want to know what type of games are being played with artificial intelligence and machine learning with respect to writing articles and writing headlines. You might have seen in the news that we are using computers to write headlines and articles using algorithms. So it's no different than Twitter or TikTok. You know, when you're on TikTok and you like something, you comment something, TikTok knows that. It registers that. When you're on Facebook, it sees what you like, what you're spending your time on, and it will learn and feed you more of that. I think we need transparency in journalism. This is more important in politics than it is for cars and business, but I think it matters because we've got a lot of pump and dumping going on ever since the Occupy 2.0. Occupy 2.0 has kind of turned into now a, a feeding frenzy, I think, for bots to talking about Dogecoin and all kinds of bad company stocks to pump up, in my opinion. I want to know if somebody's using AI to write an article or write a headline or machine learning. I want to know. I want to know that 10% of this article was written by machine learning, or the headline of this article was written by artificial intelligence. And that I think will help us stop and say, maybe I shouldn't retaliate. I might get that 15-yard flag thrown at me. Take care.